Hey, my name's Julian Sale. I'm talking to you from Motorize Electric Vehicles out in Sidney, British Columbia, in partnership with the Victoria Electric Vehicle Association. I've got Jim Henshaw as the cameraman here, the author of the most amazing weekly newsletter. Seriously, if you haven't checked it out. But gas prices are up like crazy, and recently it's the talk of the town. Obviously, the world seems to be a changing place. Energy sources are in high demand and also in questionable state. So it looks like the gas prices will be going up continually for the next little while here. We started at $1.64 a couple of weeks ago, and now I see $1.80 and $1.81 in and around Victoria. And for a lot of drivers, maybe if you're driving a Prius or something that's very fuel efficient but still internal combustion, certainly you're going to feel an increase in the cost, but it's not going to be as nearly as painful for an economical car driver as compared to somebody maybe driving a V6 diesel or gas SUV or something like that, or a minivan, for example. So I'm in the business of selling electric vehicles, and we're happy to report that electric vehicles in general cost considerably less to fill and drive. So your cost per kilometer as a vehicle operator, whether you're taking your kids to school and running around town or using it for Uber or something of that nature, your cost to fill the average EV is well under $10 if charging at home, sometimes as low as $3 or $4 on the home BC Hydro highest tier. It depends on the size of the battery, but your cost per kilometer in a modern electric vehicle is right around 3 cents per kilometer, whereas a lot of gas cars could be anywhere from 20 cents to 50 or 70 cents per kilometer, depending on the size of the vehicle and what kind of use you're using it for. So don't feel bad about high gas prices if you've got a non-EV. Get that vehicle traded in or listed up for sale, and come on in to visit Motorize for a modern EV. A lot of people recently have been saying how expensive they thought long-range dual-motor EVs were, but they're not that bad at all, and I'll give you a great example. Now, over the past 3 years, the retail prices of electric vehicles have fallen dramatically, while the average used model on the market has gone from a small battery, technically old first-gen EV, now to long-range units with a lot of features and a huge battery. For example, I'm sitting in a Chinese-made Polestar 2, which is a 5-seat, we guess we'd call it a sport hatchback sort of thing. Very cool car, powered by Google, has a great touch screen, has Alexa built in, and is an absolute super duper pleasure to drive. It has autonomous driving features, so it'll keep itself cruising really nice and comfortably on the highway without requiring you to physically steer the car or manage the brake and accelerator. Fantastic for people commuting in and out on highways, Mill Bay to Victoria and back, or Victoria to Sidney like I do. In any case, these cars, now this car, a lot of people think they're 80 grand or 70 or 60 grand. This car's $29,000 now, plus taxes and a $700 dock fee. But this car is just one of many examples. We've got ID4s that are in the high 30,000 price range for a very nicely equipped all-wheel drive. So, and we've got a host of other stuff too. We've got Kia and Hyundai product. We've got a ton of stuff. And people are asking for Chinese products. When are these Chinese cars here? The reality is they're already here. Volvo, Polestar, and Tesla are all producing cars out of China, some of which are already on the way here. So we don't have to wait for Chinese cars. The best of what they have to offer is currently in stock at Motorize. Jim, do you have any questions for me?
Price of oil is $90 a barrel, $20 higher than it was a week ago. Expected to go up to 100 within the next couple of days, and perhaps 125 by the end of the week. What do you think that does for the price of gasoline?
Well, it's technically only going to go up from here. Now, political measures can push things in one direction or another, but there are oil refineries in Iran that are on fire right now, and the Strait of Hormuz is technically closed, which is a real problem for oil shipments. It's a volatile market, and honestly, the fuel market is not one that I feel comfortable playing in. I do have an internal combustion motorcycle, and I'm horrified to think how much it's going to cost to fill it this summer when I ride it. However, in the automotive segment, there's really no need for most people to be fueling a gas car anymore. I mean, unless you just bought some brand new gas car and you love it, whatever it is you have, you can probably sell it, get some decent money for it on trade at Motorize, and then pick up a used EV that will absolutely impress you in every way, and you'll never look back, and nor will you be thinking about gas prices anymore. So, yeah, buckle up if you plan on keeping your internal combustion vehicle. Keep it as long as you like, but the pressure of the fuel cost will drive more people in here. On that token, we do get a lot of EV trade-ins here in addition to gas trade-ins. So if you're thinking, well, I don't want to spend 50 or even 29 on an EV, there are fully electric models, particularly like older Kia Souls and Nissan Leafs, which are available well below $10,000, including tax, that are great for inner city driving. So if you're starting with a limited budget, in some cases you might expect to save $3,000 to $5,000 a year on your fuel cost. Meanwhile, you can buy a used EV for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. So there's still hope. Buy a used EV.
Visit Carla or Julian at Motorize Electric Vehicles. Motorize.ca is our website. You'll find us located in Sidney, right across from Slag Building Materials. We're open Tuesday to Saturday. See you soon for electric cars.